Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are discussing the same coding exercise, however, with a minor change. So here we learned that if we want to increase and decrease the value of two integers simultaneously, we can use this for loop. However, so far we were increasing the value of I one step at a time, and previously we were decreasing the value of j one step at a time. Here we know that we learned that we can do it like in each iteration it increases the value of two times. So this I plus equals 2 is exactly like the one that we learned before, something like I equals I plus 2. So this is simply this statement, but written in a more concise way here. So here it means that whatever the value of I is, increase it by 2. So if we print it, if we compile it, we will see how it works. Okay, so let's analyze the code. Here we see that the initial value of I equals 0, initial value of j equals 5, and then again the same rules for the second part. I should be lower than 5, j should be higher than 0. However, here I increases 2 times in each iteration and j decreases 1 time in each iteration. So firstly we enter with I equals 0 and j equals 5. Then I is increased 2 times and j is decreased 1 time. So I is 2 now, j is 4 now. So I is still lower than 5, j is still higher than 0. Then we enter again and we print these two values, I equals 2 and j equals 4. And finally, we increase the value one more time. We iterate one more time, and the value increases for I equals 4 and j equals 3. We print this, and then in the next iteration, I increases by two values, so the I would be 6 and j decreases by one value, so j would be 2. So let me write it down here. I equals 6, j equals 2. So in this case, this part does not pass. Why? J is greater than 0, no doubt about that. But I does not, in fact, I is not lower than 5 because its value is 6 now. And because we have an AND operation here, and operator here, and both of these two conditions must be met. So either of them, if either of them is not met, then we cannot enter this loop. So since I equals 6 is not lower than 5, this condition will not pass and it does not go through. Therefore, the loop is finished when I is 4 and j is 3. So this is how AND operator would work. If it was like OR condition, it would have worked because either of them, if either of them work, it will work. So let's try to see how it works with OR. You see the difference here? Okay. So you see, so first I0, J5, then I2, J4, then I4, J3, and in the next round, I6 and J2. Yes, I is not lower than 5 in this case because it is 6 now. But since we are using OR operator, and when we are using OR operator, either this condition should be true or this condition. Since this condition is still true and j equals 2 and 2 is greater than 0, it enters again. And for the next round again, I equals 8, which will not pass the first condition, obviously, but for the second condition, j equals 1, and 1 is still higher than 0, so it still enters, but it does not continue. Why? Because in the next round, I would have been 10 and j would have been 0. In this case, when it's 10, 10 is not lower than 5, and 0 is not greater than 0. Therefore, neither of the conditions would have been met. So this is why the next round is not done and the for loop is finished when j equals 1. So the important thing here is that to make sure when we are using AND operator, both sides of AND must be met. However, when we are using the OR operator, either of the side, if it's met, it's okay, we enter the condition.